Cascade Hoops Talk, this is Billy D. Tons of top 25 action and conference action Tuesday night, so let's get right to it. Buckle up. Cascade Hoops Talk starts right now. Cascade Hoops Talk, produced in the shadow of the beautiful Cascade Mountains and bringing the world NAIA basketball. One podcast at a time. So Grace College was in action last night. They had a non-con game with IU Columbus. They beat them pretty handily, 105-70. Just one quick note. You can see there it says 13 seconds. I think a lot of schools are running a little bit short with so many students, that help out with the athletic department on vacation. So, some of the standings and such weren't updated. We just got to understand that as we go through Thanksgiving week. Anyway, Grace College won 105-70. Obviously, Scott Moore played a lot of guys. Isaac Schultz, he's a sophomore. He had 17 points. And then the freshman out of Warsaw, Luke Bricker, he had 15 points, 3 rebounds. So Grace Lancers, they go to 8-0. And they'll be back in Crossroads action on December 3rd when they host Huntington. Arizona Christian, number 2 in the country. They had their hands full tonight, but they beat Eastern Oregon 94-85. Shad Bradley, he's been playing really well lately. 25 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. That's quite the line. Mikey DeHorney, he had 15 points, 2 rebounds. The Firestorm, they go to 9-1. And boy, this is set up. They got College of Idaho coming to town on Friday. Buy your tickets. That game is going to be at Arizona Christian. Sticking with the GSAC, let's take a look at Hope International, number 23. They won both games in their tournament there at Hope this weekend. They beat Oregon Tech today, 80-63. Amon Haynes, 20 points, 9 rebounds. Big Nick Hopkins, 14 points, 5 rebounds. The Royals, they go to 7-1, and they're going to host Nobel on December 2nd. That's a Tuesday. No top 25 action in the GPAC, but let's go through. They've several games. Morningside was a winner. Concordia, as was Briarcliff. Briarcliff's a bit of a surprise. They kind of struggled in their preseason tournament that I covered. Coming up on Saturday, Northwestern's going to be at the show. They're going to play Ave Maria and Faulkner. That's who they're going to play. Midland has a non-com, Mount Marty, and then Briarcliff as well on Saturday. So be interesting to see how Northwestern does at the show, because if you look at the conference standings, which we see this every year, certain teams are getting all the ink, and then other teams end up leading the conference. Right now, Briarcliff, Concordia, and Morningside are on top of the GPAC, with Dakota Wesleyan and Mount Marty in that mid-pack. Interesting that Northwestern and Dordt both have been routine powerhouses the last few years, both 1 and 2. It's still early. There's plenty of time for the GPAC to tighten up. Trust me, it's never boring. In the Sooner tonight, just a few non-cons. Wayland Baptist beat Panhandle. That was a league game. Oklahoma City won. John Brown beat College of the Ozarks. And then on today, Langston is going to play Central Christian. And then on Friday, Science and Arts is going to go to Oklahoma Wesleyan. Of course, that's a non-conference game. Let's look at the standings. And I apologize. This win by John Brown was a conference win. I don't think this is completely caught up, because Nelson won the other day. They should have 2. They should be 2-1. But I think most of them are. Wayland, at any rate, Wayland's topping the standings at this point, 3-0. They look really good. Langston 2-0. And Oklahoma City, as I said the other day, Conkey has them playing pretty well. Be interesting to see how that plays out as this conference gets deeper into the season. Number 25, Kaiser. They had a non-conference game against Virgin Islands tonight. They won that 81-71. Nadir Myers, 21 points. Cameron James, He's there every night. 14 points, 9 rebounds. They go to 6-1, and they will face University of Fort Lauderdale on December 5th. That's a Friday. Life University fell tonight in overtime. They had to take a trip into Talladega. Always dangerous. They fell 86-77. Talladega just ruled the overtime. For Talladega, Trey Simmons, 25 points, 6 rebounds. And Arthur Simmons, 15 points, 10 rebounds. So Life, they're going to be fine. They're 7-1, and they're going to play St. Thomas on Saturday. Dalton State, they're fighting some injuries. They fall again, 3 straight. They go to 6-3. They had to go to Georgia Gwinnett tonight. They got beat there pretty handily, 103-73 for Georgia Gwinnett. Devontre Chaney, 18 points, 6 rebounds. Drew Kramer, 17 points, 3 rebounds. We talked to Chase Teichmann just a bit after the game.
This is Billy D. Hey, I've got Chase Teichmann on the phone. He's head men's basketball coach, Georgia Gwinnett. Thanks, Coach, for being on short notice.
Absolutely.
So big win tonight over your cross-state rival. Well, you haven't been a team long enough to have a rivalry yet. Soon to be a rival, Dalton State. Big win for your program tonight. Talk about the game.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is a big win. And, well, hopefully we earn that right to be their rival because they're a great program. I think we played really well. Dalton is a little bit ravaged by injuries right now, so feel really bad for them. But regardless, still a really good win for our program, like you said. Feel like we played well. And, that's a kind of a notch on our belt that'll be nice to have, when it's all said and done at the end, you're looking at resumes.
Yeah, it's a good program. Like you say, they're going through a bit of a rough stretch right now, but it's definitely a signature win. Your program, as we said, is new. You started out 3-0. You had a couple of losses, but it really looks like you've righted the ship. How do you feel about the team right now, Coach?
Yeah, I feel good. We're waiting on getting a couple of guys back, and then had one guy go down tonight, so got some stuff to work out ourselves, but. Don't feel like we had put together kind of a complete game. Here recently, got up 16 last game and then, let the other team get back in it. And we're up 27 in the second half a couple Saturdays ago and let the team get back in it. And so today to be up, 23 at half and to finish, with a 30-point win is a step in the right direction. And so obviously not every game is going to go that way, but it is nice to know that, hopefully we're trending in the right direction as far as finishing games off the right way.
I know in the past you've kind of scheduled unevenly. You scheduled really heavy in the front end and then tapered off. What does your December look like? I haven't looked at your schedule.
Yeah, we sort of have to do that, but we have a classic coming up at Cumberland's, Kentucky, December 5th and 6th. We'll play St. Mary the Woods in Midway, and then we play December 10th at Tennessee Wesleyan, and then we play in that Athletes in Action classic in a tournament actually in Ohio. We're playing Marion, and then we play either the winner or loser of the Southeastern versus Rio Grande game. And so I think that's the 15th and 16th. And so we have 5 games in December, and then we'll take a pretty big break before coming back to play January 3rd against Bryan.
Yeah, before I let you go, I got to mention, people need to understand that Athletes in Action tournament up in Ohio. It's going to be really good. I'll try to get some extra coverage on it too. I know Austin Peters is really involved with that, and it's good to see you going up there. I think it'd be good to really grow that thing.
Yeah, I think so. Austin reached out to me about it last year. Obviously, had plenty of time to think about scheduling, and we're excited about it. And some really good teams there, and I've heard a lot of good things about the facility. Obviously, haven't been there yet, but we're looking forward to it.
Well, Chase, congratulations on the win. I appreciate you giving me a couple of minutes here late at night, but enjoy the evening and get ready because, there's nothing but rivals set up ahead of you.
I know it. I know. This is good. This is what we signed up for. So
they all want to knock off those Grizzlies.
I know. You're right. I know it.
Okay, thank you. That's Chase Teichmann. He's head men's basketball coach at Georgia Gwinnett. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Billy.
Hey, thanks, Chase. Really appreciate you giving us that time. So LSU, speaking of rivalry games, LSU Alexandria had the rivalry game of rivalry games against Louisiana Christian. They had to go to Louisiana Christian. They beat them 75-61. This is a really good get-well game for the Generals. They go to 4-3 tonight. Jordan DeCure, 19 points, 4 assists, 3 steals. TJ James, another good night, 13 points, 9 rebounds, just missing that double-double. So as I said, they go to 4-3, and they're going to play North America December 4th on Thursday. Oregon Tech, as we mentioned, they fell to Hope. They go to 5-3. They're going to host Evergreen on December 5th. That's next Friday. Whoops. Indiana Tech, they beat Cleary pretty handily again, 103-73. Jackson Fugate, he's just turned out to be Mr. Everything so far this season for the Warriors. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Evan Haraldson, 18 points, 4 rebounds. Indiana Tech goes to 7-1. They'll be back in, this was a league game, but the WAC League will continue on December 3rd, and they will host Lawrence Tech on December 3rd. Let's take a quick look at the WAC standings. Indiana Tech, Madonna, it's all the usual suspects, with the exception that Michigan Dearborn, which has been down the last couple of years, it's a long, proud program. It's good to see them back up there at 3-1. So we'll have to see how that goes as the season progresses. Let's look at the rest of the scores and tons of action in the WAC tonight. Madonna 1, Lords 1. You can see the winners there. Cornerstone 1, Lawrence Tech, and Indiana Tech. This Saturday, just some non-conference games. And as I said, the WAC action will continue on December 3rd. Appalachian Conference was in action tonight. Hopefully you can see it. It's a little small. Spartanburg Methodist beat Bryan. That was a bit of a surprise. Montreat won. You can read these. I'm not going to read them all to you. Pikeville won. That was an important win for them. Coming up in the Appalachian, I think these are all non-conference. One of the most interesting game there, CIU is going to take on Freed Hardeman. CIU could really make a statement for the Appalachian Conference if they could have a good showing against Freed. The standings, no surprise, Pikeville and Milligan, Texas Wesleyan, and then Johnson, CIU, Truett McConnell, they're kind of in that mid-pack. And then the real key in these big conferences, you got to stay within 2 games, maybe 3, because with so many teams, man, it can really run away from you. So you really want to stay up in this top group. Chicagoland, they're in action tonight. You can see the winners there, Olivet Nazarene, South Bend, St. Francis. Coming up on Friday, Holy Cross. These on Saturday, one team's gonna play a GPAC team, St. Francis is gonna play a Crossroads team, and St. X is going to play a Mid-South team. So that might be a good measuring stick for the Chicagoland. Let's look at the standings in the Chicagoland. St. Francis, Olivet Nazarene, Indiana Northwest, they're kind of in that top tier I talk about. Governor State and IU South Bend and St. X, they're in that middle tier. Again, these big conferences, it's really important you don't lose touch, because it's really hard to make up space with so many teams ahead of you. Heart of America in action tonight. Central Methodist, big win over Culver Stockton. Benedictine, that was a big win. I'll show you in the standings over Missouri Valley. William Penn, good to see them get that win at Mount Mercy. I think the whole conference was in action. Baker got the win at Mid-American Nazarene. Graceland, Peru State and Park. Those are 2 big physical teams. Who, if you went and watched that game, I guarantee you got your money's worth. Let's take a look at the standings in that conference. Missouri Baptist, Graceland, and then Central Methodist and Benedictine. Remember I told you Benedictine got that win to stay in this top tier. Again, this is about the mid-tier from Park down here to, you can't see my hand on my pointer. Park down to, now Baker's at 2-2. And then down here you're getting into this bottom tier. And I know I sound like a broken record, but you get four games behind in these conferences, it's really hard to catch up. So you really got to stay up in this top group. Okay, one more time. I said it the other day. New poll's going to come out Wednesday. Here's my schedule. So today is Wednesday. Okay, so our family, like your family probably, is very, very busy with family stuff Thursday and Friday. I will do a special Saturday show to catch you up going into the weekend, and then we'll go back on our regular schedule on Monday. So there'll be no show on Thanksgiving or the day after, but there'll be a special. I don't normally do a Saturday show, but there will be a special Saturday show. Hey, this is Billy D. I hope you're getting ready for Turkey Day and enjoying basketball, because enjoying basketball is important, but being with your family is, believe it or not, it's more important. So say thanks for what you have. Enjoy your family, and we'll be back with you Saturday morning. Thank you very much. This is Billy D. Thank you very much for supporting our podcast. Please like and subscribe. Get out to your local NAIA school, because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America.